So again, my favorite shirt. God can only judge me, right? So I picked, basically, I guess I'll break down to you my amp setup because depending on the situation, it could be a million damn different ways. And that's just truly how I am. As a kid, very early on at the age of 4 and 5, I learned how to build computers and stereos and electronics and so forth and everything. So, I have a general aspect of understanding everything. Our band's first PA was a Sony home entertainment system, and I figured out how to hook that into our mixer. And for anyone else, it's really not hard, really, because basically you take your 1/4 jack and turn it into a 1/8. And then whether you need the connectors or not, and then boom, you can get it done left and right, all that stuff, and all that fun stuff. So basically my life has not changed since then. So currently, I've fallen in love with these orange amps, and really you have to thank Matt Sharp of Weezer for getting, I think, everyone really into these. You can say Black Sabbath really did it for everyone's curiosity with the orange amp. But with Tony Iommi saying that he's a Laney user and he only used the orange amps because that's all they had there, they didn't bring their gear. It's a whole fucking story. But for me, my orange fetish started with Matt Sharp, and especially my Big Muff Fuzz effect pedal. Same kinky arrangement. And so you'll find in the earlier videos, I'm only using this. But on the whole, my current setup is my baby stack here using this Kustom PA50. And what this is just a 50 watt, two 6-inch speakers with a 2-inch horn. And primarily for stage, the band can hear it and that's all that matters. Usually I'm just blind on stage because once I hear the drums, bass, and horns and all the other singers and so forth, I can't hear myself, so I'm just listening to everybody else. So literally, I'm trusting wherever my fingers are going, so I can't change anything that I'm doing because I can't hear what I'm doing. But essentially what I do is, just to turn it around, for simply just rehearsing, oh no, just getting caught up on a string here. Basically, all I do is a really crude system of connecting. So basically, this orange is a little 3-watt micro crush. It's the one that you can, just plug a simple 9-volt battery to, or if you have a 9-volt adapter. I do have fun and use the one spot, of course. And I use this color coding because I was born in a town called Clearwater, Florida. And this is the flag for the international airport at my hometown. That was been famous since World War I. It was a aircraft, military airport, and then it did a combination of civilian and military aircraft. But this was the colors for the airport, which was white, green, and blue. Even though my hometown's city colors are white, yellow, and blue. But unfortunately, the Scientologists have removed that flag finally, and basically are destroying any proof of Clearwater was ever there, since they're building their super church there. But that's all I use is this simple little 3-watt crush. If I ever do use anything else, it'll be 2 of these. One doing a clean, one doing a dirty. Typically, I'll give this away. I'm pretty much either at that volume or that volume, but the tone is pretty much the same. I don't have it full on whatever, but it's just however it is. And then when it comes down to making it a super stack, basically take advantage of the headphone jack, going back to my youth of using the home stereo to make shit work, and then boop, and you either use this channel or, like I said, depending on whatever adapters you need, I use that channel. But this is actually kind of cool because it allows me to, have a microphone and myself hooked up, and then I take advantage of the outs here, essentially, because I'll send that to the PA, whoever's running the PA and so forth, and let them control my sound via. But this allows me to where I could just be as loud as I want on stage, and then they can determine how loud I am outside. That explains why earlier when I was using this, it sounded a little quieter. My master wasn't all the way at halfway, but essentially, yeah, I'm pretty bass heavy. Unfortunately, I don't have any middle control, but you know, I kind of like that feeling of the palm mute coming out of the speakers. This is when I had my phone plugged up and playing some Cardi B earlier. Um, and some Little Boosie and shit like that. Oh man, and then some Gorillas, of course. But you know, essentially, this is the mini half stack of terror that I use, and it does a pretty good job because essentially, if I'm ever at a place, you know, depending on the PA, as long as they can handle the vocals, it works. But even I'll use this as my own monitor if they don't have a monitor for my mic, and then I'll let these two channels go out. You know, like I said, it's just really cool little setup that I use right now. Way different than the Vox AC100 head that I used to use with two Fender Public Address speakers. Each speaker had 315s and a 10-inch horn in it, so way different from my days of being loud and touring with OGH, but you know, simply how it goes. But basically, that's the little stack of terror, really, that I use. And basically, I basically got two of both, two of those speakers, two of the oranges. And the only real reason why I do use the two oranges is actually for this power amp that I will now show you. And then, yes, I have, like any other man, socks without a pair. So quite often I live in a world of mismatched socks, like any other dude. Ninja Turtle, bro. Alright, let's see if I can. This here is my pride and joy in terms of when I need to make those two oranges sound immensely louder. This here is an Alan Kruger power amplifier, and even though the guy I bought it from was telling me, yeah, it's 7,000 watts, I basically have determined to myself that it's a 1400 watt unit where it's 700 watts on each channel. But there's even been stuff where I've looked it up and it says legitly it's 7,000 watts per channel. So what I would do basically in a setup when I got, you know, the speakers for it, basically is I put one of the oranges here and one of the oranges here, basically one clean, one dirty. And because I have plans to rebuild my Fender Public Address speakers since they are discontinued and you can't find them, and even if you tell people about them, they go, I didn't know that existed. It's really fucking annoying. But basically, that's the power that they get those two 3-watt oranges into the mass stadiums of NRG. But yeah, that's the upgrade version from basically. Oh no! Got my socks all in different spots. Oh, I guess I do have some matches. I lied. But overall, that's what I use to make that sound largely louder. And then I could show you what was next to the power amp, but why? I'll just make another video, because what was next to the power amp I still gotta fix. But basically all you need to know is that it's from the 80s. It was made out of Mississippi, so if you haven't figured that clue out yet, you definitely don't know anything about Mississippi and how much they actually brought music gear into the professional world of music. So, but overall, again, I have the Grandmaster playing in the background, but otherwise, thank you for allowing me to show you my gear, and you know, support as you wish and whatnot, underground music and everything, and you know, it's just my life. You know, basically it's just a passion that keeps you up at night and then makes you stay out all night long, and now it's turning into Al Green's Love and Happiness as I'm explaining it to you. But other than that, thank you for allowing me to show you my my life, and thank you. Bye. I once had a temper like